The lack of resources, the oversized classrooms are a big issue, and we're sick and tired, and enough is enough. We stand before you to bring the president of Chicago Teachers Union to address all the concerns that have been before you today.
I'm Sharkey, I'm the president of CTU. Over the last several weeks, we've been having conversations with parents, teachers, and students at Joyner, at Washington Elementary on the south side. We've been talking to folks at Grissom and really at Wentworth Elementary, what you're going to hear from later today. And what these schools all have in common is really an obscene and unacceptable lack of funding, and they're being starved of resources that they need to deliver basic educational services to our students. Really, I'm talking about, like, I was in Grissom, and this is a school that has a music art library, and it's a classroom of about 800 square feet where 40 8th graders cram together in order to not only receive instruction in art, but also receive instruction in music, and also it's a library. And so if you think about the piano and the art cart and the cabinets for musical instruments and the 48 student desks in that room, it is the case that no child of a wealthy person who works in these high rises downtown would send their kids to schools in these kind of conditions. This is a forgotten part of the city to the eyes of the powerful who run this city, but it's not forgotten to us. We're lifting up our voices. The people who are trying to keep the Joyner Early Childhood Center open, it's not forgotten to them. It's south of Roosevelt Road. It's a part of the city where gentrification is coming, but we're saying we need you to invest in our community, in the school that we have now. And so what these things all have in common is that there is a real lack of resources and a lack of attention going into them. Last night, the people of Chicago voted for change. Last night, the people of Chicago voted in a mayoral election that we're going to turn the page on Rahm Emanuel's administration, where he's closing schools and ignoring black children and their mothers and fathers and people who send them to school every day. And instead, we're going to vote for black women, both of whom are saying that they're going to put resources into our schools and give us the schools our children deserve. Both of whom are saying we're going to have an elected representative school board. The people of Chicago are speaking. The people of Chicago have spoken about the need for high-quality schools. Now it's time for those in power to listen. And we intend to make sure that they're going to listen by adding our voices to that, adding our bodies to that fight. We're going into a contract fight. These are our demands in this contract fight. Adequately staffed schools, smaller classes, recourse. We want to have the ability to be heard and listened to across the city, and that's what we're going to continue to fight for until we get it.
Yes. 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 Questions?